This video is going to help explain how to take a video from your master library, personalize that, and share it as a message. And the first thing you'll need to do is access the software, and to do so, you'll log in by going to go.pointacross.com, add your username and your password, and simply select Login. And what you'll see first is a section here called the Master Videos. And what that means is basically a video library that your company has provided for you to access certain videos and customize and share them, or either videos that we've created for you here at Point Across to customize and share via social media, email message, or on your website. So I'm going to demonstrate that today by selecting this message here. And then I'm going to personalize it. And I can see that it's rendering the correct message because it's populating right here on this screen. So I'm ready to personalize, so I'll select Personalize. And I can see I've gone to the right place because you can see Personalize and Share up here. The first thing I'm going to do is give this message a title. And I'm going to call it Katie Visits Denver. And it's important to pick a good title for a number of reasons. One being, your user is going to see that. So I want to make sure I'm comfortable with Katie seeing this title. And secondly, because if you would ever like to go back and look at the analytics of this particular message, this video message, you need to make sure that it's identifiable. So I know that I'm sending this to Katie only, so I'll be able to recognize and draw the correlation when I go back and look at the analytics. So let's start over here on the left in this section called Business Card. What a business card is basically a digital form of your business card that sits on top of your video message. So this is the first thing that your recipient is going to see when they open your email. You don't have to include one, so if you would like to turn it off, simply toggle this button to the left. I recommend that you always do include a digital business card because it helps your recipient put a face to a name. So I've gone ahead and selected toggle that on. Another thing you can do is if for any particular reason you need to swap out your digital business card, simply upload it by clicking this button here, and it's going to pull straight from your local desktop. Now, in most cases, we've gone ahead and added this for you, so you shouldn't have to upload your digital business card, but in the future, if you'd like to change it, that's how you do so. Now, also in this section, you can include a personalized voice memo, and I'll demonstrate what that means right here. So to activate this, I'm going to simply, again, toggle to the right, and I'm going to select Record. Katie, it's so great to speak with you again. I really hope you get to visit me here in Denver and take a look at this beautiful city. So to stop recording, very self-explanatory, you're just going to press this stop record button here. And I can go over here and preview what that sounds like. So let's do that and make sure it recorded properly. Katie, it's so great to speak with you again. I really hope you get to visit me here in Denver and take a look at this beautiful city. Another option you have is just uploading, again, just similarly to the business card, straight from your local desktop. You can upload an MP3 file if you would like to make sure you get your voice memo 100% correct, and you just don't want to kind of record on the fly. You can also upload it that way as well. This middle section, you can customize your call to action. And what that means is basically the action you're encouraging your recipient to take at the end of your video message. So this is what the last screen of my video message is going to look like. And this section here is actually going to be clickable. So again, you have the option to not include it, but typically speaking, you're going to want your user to go somewhere. And so I'm going to leave that on. And if not go somewhere, you're going to want them to take a particular action. Now I can see mine is already set up as a default, and most of yours will be as well. But for this, I want to customize it. So I'm going to select this drop down and select Customize. And this is what the text is actually going to say, not what it's going to do, but what it's actually going to say. And so I want this to be specific to Katie, so I'm going to have it say, Katie, please email Anna. Okay, and I can see right here that's what it's going to look like. And I'm going to input the code that will have her computer choose its default mail carrier and go ahead and input my email address as an email back to me. Again, this is a great tool to use because you're minimizing the steps the recipient has to take to get in contact with you. So I always like to set it up as an email back to myself. Okay. And again, in this section, the previous section, we've already added our title, so we're good to go there. And just a note, you won't be able to share a message unless you give it a title. So that's why I encourage you to do that right from the get-go. Just do it first and get it out of the way. And we can customize a few things here. One being the vanity URL. And what the vanity URL does is basically cover up this long and not so pleasant looking URL string here, and we can select what we want it to say. So this is what Katie is going to see when she emails when she sees my email, rather than this long URL here. So I'm going to have it say, Katie, it's time to visit Denver. So now this text is going to mask this. Another thing I would encourage you to include is autoplay. Again, we want to minimize the steps the recipient has to take to see your message. So let's turn that on, and basically she just hits play when she sees this video message in her email, and it's going to start playing in her default browser. Registered button, it basically requires your recipient to input certain credentials, be that their name, email address, title, before previewing your message. I'm going to recommend not selecting that because most people are a little bit apprehensive about inputting personal information in order to view an email message. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend that we leave that off, and I'm going to leave that off in my message. So I'm just going to double check everything. I have my business card, my call to actions ready to go. I have my title, vanity URL, and I've included my voice memo. And you can see down here at the bottom, we have a couple of different options to share this message, embedding it on a website, sharing on social media, and this is an email button, and that's what I would like to do today. So I'm going to select this button here. And when you select email, the way our software works is that it sends your message to the email address associated with the software account. So in this case, it's my work email address. And I can see down here, here's my message. Here's my video, my vanity URL, and the title of my video. I just want to make sure it's working, so that's clickable. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to go back, and the next step is going to be actually taking this message and forwarding it to the recipient that you want it to go to. So that sounds like a lot, but it's actually really quite simple. This is what a typical forwarded message looks like. However, I do not want it to include all of this text, so I'm going to delete that. And I'm also going to delete this FW colon in the subject line. And I'm ready to send my message. And for the sake of demonstrating to you what it looks like on the receiving end of things, I'm going to send it to my personal email address. And here it is. It's from Anna Ash. This is my work email. I have my subject line, the title of my video. And here's my message. We have a nice, clean, personalized, and shared message from the software. And then this is what it's going to sound like. Katie, it's so great to speak with you again. I really hope you get to visit me here in Denver, and I won't make you watch this really long message, but let's fast forward. I just want you to see what the call to action looks like. Take a look at this beautiful city. Okay, and I can see my call to action, Katie, please email Anna, and I'm going to click that. And here we go, my default mail carrier popped up, and I see my email address already added to the to line. So Katie doesn't have to do very much work to get in contact with me. And so that is how we personalize and share a message. And we at Point Across are always here to help you. So if you have any questions on this process, please contact our customer support, and we'd be happy to help you.